Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM. My apologies, we couldn't get that game on the airwaves yesterday that we intended on, but we are going with our second American Legion baseball game for Breckenridge for the week. Had their game in Frazee on Monday, and now we're turning around to this matchup with Barnesville, and naturally just wanted to get on here and let you guys know that we were starting it all up as we get ready for the national anthem between Breckenridge Post 53 and Barnesville Post 153. We'll take a quick break for the anthem. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Bring your car to the experts at Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Schedule a free multi-point vehicle inspection for added peace of mind. It's also a good time to take care of routine maintenance. Keep your vehicle running on all cylinders, get your oil changed, and have your battery and brakes tested. Be sure to take advantage of Smith Motors' price match guarantee on tires and get 10% off all AC work in June. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Local farmers since 1986, and time for our starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. And we'll start off with the home team, Barnesville Post 153. Apologies for the incorrect name on the scoreboard. I glanced at that really quick before we got going here, and realized that I still had the Frazee one on here, but at least we're only one number off, 150 or 1-5 against 153, same thing. Brennan Court at the top of the order. He is a catcher wearing number 22. Logan Eller, batting second, is going to be at first base and wearing number 8. Elias Cox playing short and batting third. He wears number 11. Major Ness batting cleanup. He's playing third base wearing number 13. You got Alex Dorton batting fifth and is wearing number 6. He plays center field. Brady Nozzle is going to be on the hill today. He wears number 7 and bats sixth. Then batting seventh is Tyson Anderson, the DH. He'll be hitting for Bryson Christopherson, who will be in left field. Christopherson wears 12. Anderson wears 23 again, if I didn't get that earlier. Logan Condon in right field is wearing number 20. And then Grady Field at second base is wearing number 18. Let's take a look at the Barnesville starters. We'll run through the Breckenridge ones kind of as we go along here. Riley Kappas going to start it off at the top of the order after 3 hits in Monday's game. But a few RBIs as well on his way to Essentia Health Player of the Game. And first pitch drops in for a strike. A little bit of movement at the end of that one. Riley Kappas, Paul Armitage at the top of the order, and then Connor Ernst. So a little bit of movement here after Ernst was in the 2 spot for a bulk of the start of the season, and this one will miss outside for ball 1. Once again, handling the pitching is Brady Nozzle. Nozzle with the 1-1 delivery. Has this one go outside for ball 2. Breckenridge. Not going to take a hack at this one. 3-1 for Riley Kappas. Kappas nobody on. He is the first batter of the day. And this one is fouled off. Full count on the first at bat of the day for Riley Kappas. Right-handed delivery is going to go inside, so Kappas will take his base for the first base runner of the day. Brings up Paul Armitage. Armitage, sport number 16. He's behind the plate today. And by the way, Kappas is also pitching. Got to mention that his first star when he came up, and now he'll have to dive back to the bag. Start this one off. Got to put a little extra Minnesota on that one. Back to the bag. As got another first pitch strike from Nozzle. He's got kind of a interesting delivery on the pitch. He's got a kind of a snap at the end of it. Big fan though. See if the hitters maybe are going to take a little time to get adjusted to it, but the first man got on. This one is a high ball. Brady Nozzle, a very nice pickoff move, and it was not very late. That was one of those ones where it kind of you're doing a really natural motion, all of a sudden just a quick turn. That was as good of a pickoff move as you'll see, and the runner is off to second, but it looks like it's going to be popped up to the center fielder, which it will be. Oh, it's they're going to say that he caught it and then dropped it. I was going to say if he dropped it in center field, then someone's got to head back to second, but we got to fly out. Making the grab in center field and giving me a nice little jolt to the system there was Alex Dorton for the first put out of the day. Kappas going to get back in time once again. Nozzle. You can see the quick decision making there. And brings up Connor Ernst. Ernst, a mainstay near the top of the order, and we got a runner off to second, and the throw was just in time, but a little off the mark and not caught over at second base. But it looked like it was a little more of a kind of a rainbow throw right away, but that was actually right on the money. Breading court. Maybe it was just my angle in the press box. Seemed like it wasn't the dart that it really was, or maybe Kappas didn't get as good of a jump as he usually does, but stolen base nonetheless. And now a pass ball will give him third base. Just like that, runner on third, and one out here in the top of the first inning in Barnesville. Post 53 and post 153. Despite what my scoreboard says on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel. And swung on miss from Connor Ernst. In a beautifully remodeled park they got here to watch some baseball games. A nice little deck seating area right in front of the press box, right behind home plate. Big fan. And this one is going to be driven out to right center where it'll drop for an RBI single. Ernst will settle for that to bring in Riley Kappas. Connor Ernst keeps that bat hot. An RBI base knock. Brings up Cooper Roberts. Speaking of being red hot at the plate, but kind of an out-of-character game last time around for Roberts. Not sure if he not only got a hit, I'm not sure if he got on base last game. I got to make sure to double-check that. You guys know me and my stat reliability. As this one will be inside for ball one for Roberts. Nozzle's pitch. Held off on, and it will catch the outside part of the plate. Make it a 1-1 count. Breckenridge with a 1-0 lead here on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, as Roberts will chop that one to the pitcher, who will make the throw to get the lead runner. For the second out on the fielder's choice putout, Connor Ernst will be out. And just a little bit of wind coming in. Sure, everybody else would like to have a nice, and actually they got their windows open too. It's not just me up here, so that makes me feel a little bit better. Breckenridge enters this game with a 3-3 record. And at the plate is Jackson Riggs in the 5 spot in the order. Riggs leaves that one outside for ball 2. And apologies, I didn't have some of those stats when we got this game started up here. So we were and Riggs will end up wearing that one, or no, they're going to say didn't get him. So it'll be a 3-0 count. Nozzle's pitch will fire in for the first strike of the at-bat. But looping back to some of the guys we saw in the order already, Riley Kappas, who scored the first run of the game, is hitting .417 on the year. Armitage, .357, and then Connor Ernst, who is also up to bat, .353, and then Cooper Roberts over at first base with a .333 on the American Legion season so far, and then Jackson Riggs at .316 next. Riggs will foul this one off. It's almost like they just went and looked at the stats and sorted it by batting average and said, there we go, we got our batting order. Let's just roll with that. I respect it. Roberts on first. Full count for Jackson Riggs as Nozzle has battled back well. Riggs will chop this one off the handle to the shortstop. Shortstop makes a nice put out to first on the run for the 6-3 dart. And 1 run scores off of 1 hit and no errors. Your score is 1-0 heading into the bottom of the first. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Ever notice how an insurance promising to save you money?
Is with these insurance companies.
Hi, this is
And this is Amanda.
and we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around over 100 years and remains #1 today.
So what's in a name? Well, plenty when it comes to decisions about assisted living.
When it was time for Mom to make that move, we looked at a ton of options.
Everywhere we looked, there was something cold and impersonal. Then we found Twin Town Villa.
What we found at Twin Town Villa was completely different. They gently nurture their residents' identities, they help them hold their dignity, and they do it all with loving respect.
Twin Town Villa is a building filled with people, not numbers.
Twin Town Villa, building respect and dignity, one resident at a time.
Welcome back to Barnesville, Minnesota, where we got a matchup between Breckenridge Post 53 and Barnesville Post 153. Red Bulls strike first with a run in the top of the first. Riley Kappas coming in off an RBI single from Connor Ernst. One man was left on. And the lone hit of the inning was what plated the run after Riley Kappas got on with a walk. Barnesville looking to get their first run of the day in response, but apologies, realize I didn't run through the starters for you for Breckenridge. They go Riley Kappas, Paul Armitage, Connor Ernst, Cooper Roberts, Jackson Riggs, Logan Church, Trey Vogelbacher, Gavin Hoffert, and Lawson Oliphant. Brecken Anderson will be getting DH4, and I can tell you more about that as we go along, the positions and all that, as they've made a defensive adjustment here with Paul Armitage moving back behind the plate, giving Jackson Riggs a break back there, and having him DH this time around, as Riley Kappas Got a lot of drop on that curveball. 1-1 count to match his number. You guys sick of me saying that yet this year? Number 11 on the hill. Riley Kappas. As this one fouled off toward the Barnesville dugout. And Kappas, the 1-2 advantage. Has this one go low and inside. At the plate is Brennan Court. Catcher wearing number 22, a left-handed hitter at the top of the order. He's got a 2-2 count. And drives this one at the second baseman, who's not able to make the backhanded grab. And they're going hit in the press box. I tend to agree with them. But at the same time, I kind of like going off of the game changer. I took a wild hop. I know I'm not making that play, but at the same time, got to double check how we're ruling that. And we got a first pitch strike from Kappas. And it looks like game changer went with a hit too. So if the Breckenridge assistants think so, I agree with them. Today is not the day to be a contrarian. Turner, I tell myself, as Kappas goes that curveball once again. And he'll just miss the zone 1-1. Missed that one outside. Court on first base. And at the plate is Ellert, another left-handed hitter. Watches ball 2 go by. Logan Ellert. We've seen make a put out at first base so far in this game. Bottom of the first, no outs. Breckenridge up 1-0 here on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And now a nice little nibbler on the outside of the zone for strike 2 looking. We'll see what Ellert has for the 2-2 count. And Kappas steps off the bag. Back to first the runner goes, and as promised, I'll give you some of those positions. We got Kappas and Armitage, who we mentioned in the batting order at the top 2. We're also the battery mates at the top of the order, pitcher and catcher. And as this one is not able to catch the outside corner for ball 3, Connor Ernst is at short, Cooper Roberts at third. Jackson Riggs DHing in the 5 spot in the order. This one's fouled off. Logan Church at first, Trey Vogelbacher in left, Gavin Hofford at second. Lawson Oliphant playing center field, and is once again Riggs is DHing for Brecken Anderson, who's out in right field. Full count for Ellert. Runner is off and loop to the shallow infield, and a nice grab by Hoffert, who then tosses it over to first for the out. On the verge of snow coning that one, it looked like, because it was so close on the glove, but Hopper, the good hustle play into the shallow right field, and the runner was off to second, as you should be when it's a 3-2 count, and 4-3 double play. Two up, 2 down, and third man in the order, Elias Cox. Watch it as a first pitch strike go by. Cox, first right-handed hitter that Kappas has seen today. And Kappas is got a nice rainbow curveball going. Oh, 2 count. Let's see if he stays with the off speed. Been successful so far. Said he'll try to hit a fastball in the outside corner. Logan Church says, I got that. And scoops it up for the putout. 1-2-3 inning. After 1 inning, you have a Breckenridge 1-0 lead. You are listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
OSPTI promotes special therapists to better treat or gain PTI pool therapy. promote early return to activity and sport training, and also can enhance and challenge return to sport conditions. OSPTI promotes wellness progression with aftercare programs and programs open to the public, such as return to sport training, athletic enhancement, adult fitness classes, gym and pool memberships, and aquatic exercise classes for a patient to continue their wellness journey. Start your wellness journey by calling OSPTI today, 218-641-7725. Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Back to Barnesville, Minnesota, and I am not really sure what the emergency is, but we have an ambulance coming in the outfield, as well as a police vehicle, and I'm not sure what the issue is, but it looks like some folks are coming to chat about it. If you're watching on the video stream, you can see the ambulance driving behind the center field fence. And I guess they'll treat somebody over there. The injury, I am not sure what it is, but if we hear anything, we'll make sure to relay the message. Hopefully nothing serious. Breckenridge with a 1-0 lead on Barnesville post 153 here as we start off the second inning, and Breckenridge has Logan Church at the dish to start off the inning. Church will smack this one down the first base line for a foul ball. And Church is batting 6th today. Waits on the pitch, the left-handed hitter. He's going to hold off on it on the outside part of the zone wisely. Breckenridge was able to tack on a run in the first inning. RBI single as it's going to be swung on and fouled off by Church. Logan Church give his squad their second hit of the day, and that one will be outside. 1-2 count for Logan Church. Waiting on the right-handed pitch from Nozzle, and this one is blooped up to left field. The outfielder is going to drift to the left and make the grab. And we got 1 up, 1 down, and coming up to the plate is Trey Vogelbacher, who has spent a bulk of the season in the 5 spot in the order, or actually batting cleanup for a bulk of the season. Coming into this ball game, see if we can track down the stats. He's hitting 278 so far, and that's likely not going to help out the average as he's going to get on with an error, though. Vogelbacher heads off to second. I think we're going to go E5 on that one. Did get a piece of the glove, but I think the throw might have been a hair high. Vogelbacher will get on base. First error of the day on either team. So Trey Vogelbacher makes his way over to second base off the errant throw and brings up Gavin Hoffer. And speaking of guys who have shifted in the lineup, Hoffer had been the leadoff hitter for the bulk of the spring season and going to try to spark his Legion season here. He's got some good contact here, but center fielder's going to come in for the grab. Man on second with 2 outs. And up to the plate is Lawson Oliphant. Oliphant's got a man in scoring position to work with. Squad's up 1-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here in the top of the second. And it looks like the ambulance is still helping in the outfield. They have the banners, so we can't really see what is going on there. Probably for the best, and 2-0 is the count as Oliphant watches ball 2 go by. Breckenridge at the bottom of the order, so this is where Barnesville wants to take advantage and get the 9-man to get out of the inning. And some nice off-speed there is going to get Oliphant to swing and miss. Some great movement from Nozzle. It's one of the better pitches. Seen him fire on that one. 2-1 is the count. Oliphant fouls this one off toward the Barnesville dugout. 2-2 count with 2 outs and a man on second. Oliphant going to try to trade places with Vogelbacher. And swung on and missed for out number 3. So 1 man is left on, no hits, no runs, and no errors. Your score remains 1-0 heading into the bottom of the second. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
And welcome back to Barnesville, Minnesota, where we got a matchup with Breckenridge post 53 and Barnesville post 153. Major Ness steps up to the plate for his first action offensively. Third baseman in the cleanup spot after his squad went 1-2-3 in the first inning. And drives this one to left field, where it'll be hauled in by Trey Vogelbacher. Has to jump up for it, though. So after the fly out to left, we move on to the 5-man in the order. And stepping up to the plate is Alex Dorton, we've seen in center field. Sports number 6, and another one driven out to the outfield. This one will be to center field where Lawson Oliphant make the grab. 2 quick outs. This is moving along like a Tommy Heidemann inning. The quickest 3 outs you'll ever see, it seems like. Brady Nozzle going to try to do something about that as he steps up to the plate. And you guys know my outfield theory. If left field and center field have both gotten a catch, you guys know where the next one's going, right? Come on. Look over to right field. Looks like Breckett Anderson's ready to rock. Nozzle. Right-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. Watch this one go by for strike 2 down the pipe. See what Nozzle has with 2 strikes. Kappas delivers the pitch. That one a little too low. To make it a 1-2 count here in the bottom of the second. Kappas trying to make it back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. This one will be fouled off toward the Breckenridge dugout, the first base line. And I'm really liking the remodeling they've done here, and I think that Barnesville's really matched it really well with their American Legion kind of color scheme. Love it, like with the grays more so. Granted, I am colorblind. You guys know that. For the hometown listeners, as that one does not miss the outside corner by much. Kappa's trying to drop in a curveball on that outside part of the plate, but we'll have to settle for ball 2. 2-2 count and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. That one will be kind of a half swing to Logan Church, who's looking to step on first, and that's how the last inning ended as well, with Church scooping it up and stepping on first for the out. Another 1-2-3 inning. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball and Barnesville Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the I3G Sports Network.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
And welcome back to Barnesville, where we are about to start the top of the third. Breckenridge with a 1-0 lead. Post 53 versus post 153. That was always dangerous for me when I was at the Daily News. I was going to accidentally swap the two teams. I always had to proofread those articles a few times. Due up for Breckenridge, they are back at the top of the order with Riley Kappas, Paul Armitage, and Connor Ernst due up. Last time these three guys were up, they were able to bring in a run. With Riley Kappas doing the honors of reaching home plate. This one's going to get slapped by the second baseman for Kappas, who is looking really confident at the plate here at the start of this American Legion season. Paul Armitage. Armitage has a man on first to work with. The last time he was up, he flew out to center field. First hit of the day for Kappas after the first time he got on was a walk, as that's going to drop in for a nice strike to start it off for Nozzle. A 1 count. Nozzle gives a glance over to first. Another pickoff attempt. Had a couple of nice zips over there to almost catch Kappas sleeping, but there was a really nice pickoff move in the last game where Trey Vogelbacher and Logan Church were able to get one of the Frazee runners over at first. Breckenridge ended up losing that game 7-5. Were able to put 4 runs on the board in the last inning, but comeback fell short. As Nozzle goes that pickoff once again. Back to business. 1-1 is the count. And that went off the mark, and the catcher's Says, I'm already over here trying to catch this ball, so I'm going to throw it down to first while I'm at it too, but not in time. 2-1 count. Nozzle glances over to first. Keeps it chugging along. And that one off the plate. For ball 3. Hitters count. Armitage thinking walk or knock. And he'll get the walk. Second walk of the day for Nozzle on the hill. We got runners on first and second with Connor Ernst stepping up the plate. He singled his last time up. Breckenridge at 2 hits so far. They lead 1-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard against Barnesville, post 153. Showing bunt, Connor Ernst is a dribbler to the pitcher. Toss over to first for the out, so the sacrifice bunt makes it 2 runners in scoring position. 2 runners in scoring position for Cooper Roberts, who hit into a fielder's choices last time through the order. Gonna try to find a gap here. 1 out, runners on second and third. First hit, he ropes it off the shortstop's glove. That'll score 1 run, as Kappas has both of the Breckenridge runs so far today. All right. And I know that went off the glove, but that was roped pretty well. We'll see with the. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence, guys. I don't know. Are you guys gonna get mad at me if I go RBI? You know, taking a poll, and looks like they're not thrilled about it. I'm gonna go RBI. The game changer went with RBI, so I'm kind of torn here. As Jackson Riggs is gonna try laying down a bunt down the first base line, but it goes foul. I'm gonna stick with the game changer. You know, I'm kind of leaning hit myself, so I'm gonna go give it to Cooper Roberts. For Jackson Riggs now has runners in the corners. Roberts on first and Armitage on third. That would have been a really nice play. That probably would have turned into a double play as well. The shortstop was going to be able to hang on to it and swung on a miss from Jackson Riggs. So credit to Elias Cox there to almost make the play. Riggs as the off-speed go high. 1-2 count. Armitage on third. Cooper Roberts on first. Breckenridge leading 2-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and Riggs is going to hit this one to the third baseman, who's going to bobble it and then make the throw over to first. So the 5-3 put out results in a run. So Riggs gets an RBI added to the resume. Brings up Logan Church. Flew out to left field his first time up. A 1 count. Church with a man on second. And that off speed sails outside for ball 1. 1-1 is the count. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Here in the top of the third inning. That one didn't miss by much off the plate. 2-1 count. Nozzle versus Church. Logan Church is going to foul this one off toward the Breckenridge dugout. Two count. Logan Church looking to protect at the plate. Will hit this one past the second baseman. And they're going to send Cooper Roberts home. That's a nice throw home, but off the mark. Roberts ended up accidentally bumping the catcher. And it looks like an RBI single, and then Church took second on the throw to score Roberts. That is the third hit of the inning for Breckenridge, who have now put 3 runs on the board as well here in the third. Trey Vogelbacher stepping up to the plate. Last time he was up, he got on with an error. Nozzle. This is a hair high to start off the at-bat. Vogelbacher with Logan Church on second base, so you know he's got wheels. That one catching the outside part of the plate for strike one, and Nozzle wasn't able to initially catch it, so we'll head back to the mound where Vogelbacher's already dialed in. And Trey Vogelbacher. He's got his own gravitational pull when he steps into the batter's box. That guy gets beamed more than any player I think I've ever covered. I think they played 20 games in the regular season. He got hit 14 times. Bizarre. But Gavin Hoffert stepping up to the plate with runners on first and second. Hoffert's last time up, he flew out to center field. First beam batter of the day, by the way. First pitch is a ball for Hoffert. And swung on a miss for this one. Even it up at 1-1. Here with 2 outs in the top of the third. And Hoffert is going to bloop it over the second baseman for the single. RBI single as Logan Church marches around the bases for the score. Gavin Hoffert likely going to spark him going forward. That leaves runners in the corners. And Barnesville's got a quick little mound visit. We'll see if they're going to be sticking with Nozzle or if we're going to be seeing some shifting around. Looks like they are going to be making a pitching change. But I've been wrong before. So maybe I'll hang out just a little bit here, let you know that Breckenridge has scored 4 runs here in this inning. They've done it with 4 singles and a walk. Also, a batter got beamed. Even their outs have been productive as they have a sacrifice bunt and then also an RBI ground out. So nobody's really had a bad at bat so far in the first 8 batters we've seen here in the top of the third. And Barnesville talking it over. And it looks like they're actually going to stay with Nozzle. So I'm glad I did not head to commercial break to give the next guy time to warm up. As Lawson Alphen, the 9th batter for Breckenridge here in this inning, has runners on first and third. Nozzle fires home. Alphen's going to try laying down a bunt, but it goes foul. Lawson Alphen. He's got Trey Vogelbacher on third and Gavin Hoffert on first to work with. Top of the order on deck. Alphen going to try to lay down a bunt once again, and the throw to second is off the mark, allowing Trey Vogelbacher to swipe home. So a tough miscue there, but Gavin Hoffert makes it safely, and Trey Vogelbacher comes in to score. Now a 6-0 advantage for post 53. As Oliphant is going to foul this one off. Used up the 2 bunt tries already, so now it's time to start swinging. 0-2 count. Man on second. Gavin Hoffert look to trade places with Oliphant here. Too high in the zone for ball 1. Lawson Oliphant. Gonna put bat on ball. And that one doesn't miss by much outside. Not a bad miss there from Nozzle. Let's see if he can get out of this inning. Try to limit the damage to just the 5 runs here. Nozzle fires the pitch and swung on and missed by Oliphant. Ends up being a drop third strike, but the out is made over at first. Breckenridge is able to use 4 hits to score 5 runs. 1 left on and no errors. You are listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Working the land is by nature a dirty job. What fuels me to get it done? The generations of farmers who've worked the soil before me. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel with an additive package that's 40% more effective at breaking down engine deposits. The cleanest fuel yet for the dirtiest of jobs. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome back to Barnesville, where Breckenridge post 53 and Barnesville post 153 have a 6-0 score thus far, with Barnesville still in their first trip through the order. They're actually at their 7-hitter as they've gone 1, 2, 3 in each of the first 2 innings. Tyson Anderson looking to spark the squad as the DH, and he'll foul off the first pitch. And you always know the DH, kind of a different perspective hopping into the batter's box sometimes after watching 2.5 innings of action already. Just kind of itching to finally get up there, and not too surprising, you swing at the first pitch you see, and he's going to swing at this one too and drop it into center field for a single. Tyson Anderson with the 2nd hit of the day for Barnesville. Logan Condon stepping up to the plate, 8-man in the order. Condon playing right field. Riley Kappas fires home. 2 low and outside for ball 1. On a bit of a gloomy night for baseball, but it ain't bad in the press box, as you guys always hear me say. And it is fouled off, where I'm protected up here. 1-1 count. Riley Kappas hasn't given up any runs yet here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. This one is going to be dropped into shallow, almost into the outfield. It's on the edge of the infield, actually. Gavin Hopper dropping back for the out. That would have been the 2nd time he turned 2 out of a situation like that, but the runner knew to get back. And now up to the plate is number 18, Grady Field. And first pickoff attempt is not in time. Trying to keep him honest over there at first base. Kappas delivers a nice pitch. Get the first pitch strike. No swing from field. Tyson Anderson on first base. You're leading off the bottom of the third with a single. And that one misses outside. 1-1 count. Riley Kappas. Gives the runner a glance over at first. Then has this one fouled off in the backstop once again. One-two count for Grady Field. One out in the bottom of the third. Breckenridge leading post 153, 6-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And that curveball is going to drop not low enough. 2-2 count. Two count once again, and a man on first. And the check swing, they're going to say he went for strike three. And back to the top of the order, Barnesville goes with Brennan Court. Hopping into the batter's box. He singled his first time up. And then, of course, was out on the double play. And the left-handed hitter will have a man on first to work with. First one is a curveball that doesn't drop low enough for ball one. Riley Kappas fires the pitch home, and we got a pass ball. First one we've seen from this battery duo by my count. The runner advances to second on the pass ball. So now a runner in scoring position for Brennan Court. Fouls off this one. 2-1 count for Court. Riley Kappas gives the runner a glance at second, and will actually go to the pickoff, but Connor Ertz was not back in time. I mean, Connor Ertz was there to make the grab, but the throw wasn't in time, I mean. 2-1 count for Brennan Court. The man on second, and his squad trailing 6-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard as this is fouled off down the first base line. Also there from Logan Church to run out there and snag it, but keep it moving along. 2-2 count for number 22. Fouled off toward all the vehicles. I think I'm going to get some tree cover there, thankfully. All right, looks like the ambulance also left as well, so hopefully that means everyone's all right. Court is going to foul off another one. Keep the bat alive. Man on second, Breckenridge leading Barnesville 6-0 here in the bottom of the third on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Court going to try to give his squad their first run of the day. And we'll stick the bat out there and poke it out, but it's going to be foul over toward left field. Drop between the dugout and left field, I should say. Kappas checks over to second, fires home, and has this one rocketed past the first baseman. It's got promise to score a run. Brecken Anderson's going to throw it in, and they're actually going to hold the runner at third. Likely the right move. No offense to Tyson Anderson. Didn't look like he was going to. I think it would have to be one of the top 3 fastest guys on the team to beat that one out, so no offense to him. But Brennan Court gets his second base knock of the day. Leaves runners in the corners for Logan Ellert. Ellert blooped into that double play in the first inning. On a full count. Riley Kappas hits the outside part of the plate for strike 1 to open it up. Kappas, who got a big playoff win under his belt in the spring. And runner is off to second. Paul Armitage is going to throw it over to second, and it's going to go into the outfield. So Breckenridge is going to do something similar that Barnesville had done earlier, and that's going to allow a run to score. Tyson Anderson comes in off the errant throw. Trying to get the last out of the inning, I know, but the gamble did not pay off. Logan Ellert will foul this one off. This has already been the first non-1-2-3 inning for post 153 in this game. Here in the bottom of the third. 6-1 score. Breckenridge in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Swung on and miss for strike 3 to wrap up the inning. That is the second K of the inning, end of the game for Riley Kappas. 1 run scores off of 2 hits, and 1 man left on. You are listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live. All part of the I3G Sports Network. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Back for the top of the 4th inning. 6-1 is your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge leads Barnesville, but post 153 was able to just get their first run of the game, so a little bit of momentum going as Brady Nozzle will remain on the hill for Barnesville. Got to see all 9 Breckenridge batters last inning, so definitely not one he's going to want to dwell on for too long. Just like that, Breckenridge is back at the top of the order with Riley Kappas again. Kappas is 1 for 1 on the day. He's got a walk and a single, has scored 2 runs. First one goes outside for ball 1. So pretty much being the perfect leadoff guy. He's led off 3 of the 4 innings. Nozzle fires in the curveball that drops in on the inside part of the plate. Nice bender on that one. Kappas looking to keep adding on to that on-base percentage. 6-1 score here in the top of the 4th on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And that one, a nice little shot to the outside part of the plate for strike 2. 2-2 count. Nozzle fires home, and that one inside to fill the count. Nozzles struck out 2 Breckenridge batters so far on the day. And that one will be too far outside for ball 4. Kappas now got on base all 3 times he's been up. Paul Armitage 0 for 1 with a walk. He flew out to center field his first time up. Also has scored a run. Breckenridge got 5 of their 6 runs in the top of the 3rd. Pickoff throw not in time. Back to the base, Riley Kappas goes. Kappas on first, Armitage at the dish. Paul Armitage shows bunt and decides to pull it back as Kappas will get the easy swipe. Won't even try the throw to second. Nobody covering it. Now a runner in scoring position for Paul Armitage. Hacks that one down the left field line. Foul by somewhere between 5 and 10 feet, we'll call it. 1-1 count for Paul Armitage. Armitage showing bunt and fouls this one off. Breckenridge has got a variety of guys who aren't afraid to lay down a bunt for sure. Armitage awaits the 1-2 pitch. And fouls that one off. Got just a little hair of that. Man on second, no outs. 1-2 is the count. Armitage will swing and miss, and the catcher dropped it, but throws it over to first for the out. 3rd strikeout of the day. And Riley Kappas moves over to 3rd on the commotion. Brings up Connor Ernst, who has a single and a sac bunt on the day. 1 for 1 so far. He's got a runner on 3rd, so an RBI sac fly could be in the works. And first pitch will hit the outside corner for strike 1 looking. 0-1 count for Connor Ernst. That one too far outside and low for ball 1. One count for Ernst. Then swings and misses on that one. Looking for his second base rip of the day. Love to do it with a man on 3rd. And that one sat back on and drilled out to the outfield by Ernst for the RBI single. Second RBI hit of the day for him. Both of them scored Kappas. Now Cooper Roberts stepping up to the plate. Hit into a fielder's choice and then also singled. Had that one that went off the glove that was a little questionable on the RBI single. And this one will be hit over to 3rd base. Very nice grab there by Ness with the glove. Toss it over to first for the 5-3 putout. Ernst advances to 2nd on the throw. So essentially a sacrifice ground out as Jackson Riggs sub at the plate. Speaking of sacrificing, hit an RBI ground out last time he was up. Ground out to short and to 3rd. And now looking to ground out to 2nd, it looks like, as we got a 4-3 putout. Your score is 7-1. Make sure to update that on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Heading into the bottom of the 4th, you are listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
And bottom of the fourth inning coming your way with Breckenridge leading 7-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here in Barnesville. Elias Cox stepping into the batter's box. His first time up, he grounded out to the first baseman. Off speed is started off, and it gets dropped out to left center field, where Lawson Oliphant is going to haul it in after it bounces. Elias Cox, his first rip of the day, and fourth of the day for post 153, who are actually in the couple hits behind Breckenridge so far, but Major Ness roped one out to left field in the second inning that Trey Vogelbacher had to jump up to grab. Fastball hits the outside part of the plate for strike one. You can tell Cox had Cappas' curveball kind of figured out there. Ness doesn't take a hack at the fastball. This one is going to be a rocket to the second baseman. Very nice flip from Hofford, and it's not going to be a double play. And it's going to go out of play. So Ness takes second after hitting into the fielder's choice. So we got the 4-6 fielder's choice and then the errant throw. So the E6 moves the runner over. So that was the first error of the day for post 53. Moves Ness into scoring position. Alex Dorton flew out to center field his first time up. This time he's going to hit a chopper to the shortstop, Connor Ernst. Throws this one that has it bounce to Logan Church, and a couple out-of-character throws from Connor Ernst. Granted, one of them he was trying to turn a double play, so that was a little tougher, but on the immediate ensuing next ground ball that he gets, Church has to catch a one-hopper to haul it in, when usually he is about as sturdy as it gets over there at shortstop. So we'll see if Ernst is going to be able to... I mean, he got the out. I shouldn't be complaining, but I'm just saying. He kind of sets a high standard over at short as Nozzle swings and misses at the first pitch as he sees. Major Ness advanced to third on the ground out. Now an 0-2 count for Brady Nozzle, who grounded out to first in the second inning. We'll see if that's how this inning's going to end as well. That's how it seems like most of them are going. Logan Church, head on a swivel over there at first. And it's going to be popped up instead. Actually thought it was popped up to first base right away. You know, sometimes the eyes see what they want to see. What would these broadcasts be if I wasn't guessing where the ball was going nonstop? I got a good feeling this one's going to right. 0-2 count. Riley Kappas doesn't miss by much. It's a pretty good waste on the fastball on the outside corner. Wasn't able to catch it though. 1-2 count. Riley Kappas fires the pitch and has it smacked over to the third baseman. Cooper Roberts catches it right near the ground and tosses it over for the 5-3 putout. No run score off of one hit, one left on, and one error as well. Heading into the 5th inning, we got a 7-1 score. Breckenridge in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the I3G Sports Network.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Back to Barnesville, Minnesota, where we got a 7-1 Breckenridge lead as we start the top of the 5th. Breckenridge got 5 of their runs in the 3rd inning. Other than that, we're able to tack on a run in the 1st and another in the 5th, or the 4th. And leading off the inning is Logan Church, who singled his last time up. Also flew out to left field, so 1 for 2 on the day, has scored a run. And has driven in a run as well. And Logan Church will chop this one up the middle, and a very nice hustle there from the shortstop for the 6-3 putout. What a play. Make sure to give my flowers to Elias Cox over there at short. That was a heck of a play. Kind of ended up actually shooting over into kind of the second baseman's little quadrant over there, but the man was on a mission. Trey Vogelbacher got on with an error and then got beamed, so looking for his first hit of the day, but he'll really take any way on. 1-0 count. Now 2-0. Maybe he'd prefer a walk. 2-0 count with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. And a curveball inside. If it was anybody else, I wouldn't have been worried about that hitting anybody, but it was Trey Vogelbacher, so I just automatically assume when it leaves the pitcher's hand, it's going right for him, as we got our first strike of the at-bat. 3-1 is the count. See how picky Vogelbacher is going to be at the plate. And he'll smack this one between the shortstop and third baseman. The shortstop's actually going to sail the throw over to first. So second time that Vogelbacher's got on with an error. This one gets him into scoring position. Kid's just lucky. But you got to put it in play, obviously. So my coaches would always tell me, because that's about the extent of how good it would get. It wouldn't usually be hits. It would be like, way to put it in play, Turner. No, they would get my name wrong. Way to put it in play, Tanner. All my coaches except Mark Voss, of course. He never got my name wrong. Man on second. And first pitch outside for ball 1. Vogelbacher on second base. Barnesville with their 3rd error of the day. Or 2nd error of the day, apologies. Getting all over the place here. Or is it 3rd? No, I got it for 3rd because we had the errant throw from a catcher that I forgot about. 1-2 count. And this one is fouled off by Hopper. Just want to make sure I got the proper bookkeeping here, folks. I swear there was another error. And Gavin Hoppert ends up striking out while I'm checking my book. Apologies. Hey, Coach Jack Heidemann heading over to let the umpire know that we got a pinch hitter on the way. Did I imagine the catcher throwing one out to the outfield that was an error, or was that Breckenridge that did that? Jackson Lopez stepping up to the plate. Oh, that was Breckenridge's error on a catcher. So, yep, Barnesville's got 2 on the day by my count. And Jackson Lopez stepping up to the plate. Lopez pinch hitting for Lawson Oliphant. And a nice little winding curve to start it off is fouled off. Oh, 0-1 is the count with a man on second. And that one will be on the upper part of the zone to get Lopez looking. Now 0-2 is the count. 2 outs, man on second. Breckenridge up 7-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and Lopez not chasing that one out of the zone. 1-2 count with 2 outs. And a man on second to work with for Lopez, the pinch hitter. He'll foul this one off. And I'm not sure on the age division on the field that they have kind of kitty corner next to this one, if it's a Babe Ruth game or Junior Legion going on right next to it, but they might have just got one of the foul balls here, as Lopez is going to hit this one to the second baseman. Make the 4-3 put out for the final out of the inning. 1 man left on, 1 error, no hits, no runs. And your score remains 7-1 heading into the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Bring your car to the experts at Smith Motors in Wapaton. Schedule a free multi-point vehicle inspection for added peace of mind. It's also a good time to take care of routine maintenance. Keep your vehicle running on all cylinders, get your oil changed, and have your battery and brakes tested. Be sure to take advantage of Smith Motors' price match guarantee on tires and get 10% off all AC work in June. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Visit smithmotors.com.
And we got a 7-1 score. Breckenridge leading here in the bottom of the 5th on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And stepping up to the plate for Barnesville and ripping his second hit of the day is Tyson Anderson. Tyson Anderson maybe going to find himself in the cleanup spot next game. Just gets up there and is ready to rock in his DH position. Anderson not only has 2 hits on the day, but has scored the team's lone run as well. Brings up Logan Condon. Popped up to the second baseman his first time through. That one is Going to hit the lower part of the zone for strike one looking. Man on first. And this one is fouled off. Now 0-2 is the count. Breckenridge with a 7-1 cushion at the moment. Man on first with no outs. 0-2 count for Condon. That one will be outside for ball one. 1-2 count for Logan Condon. Kappas has his pitch fouled off. 1-2 count. Condon sending me back to that's how the ADD brain works, folks. With a lot of word association. You guys seen the movie Warrior? One of the characters in that, I'm pretty sure his name was Brendan Condon. Super good movie. As this one is smacked to the shortstop, who's not able to make the grab. Ends up getting a double play instead. The man on first thought it got caught, so he said, I got to hang out here on first. Actually, it bounced on the glove. We're both out. Ain't that tough? The Breckenridge catches a little luck there. And the second double play they've turned today. Just a bad break for Barnesville because it was one of those ones where it couldn't be an infield fly. But at the same time, it was kind of like a little blooper right to the shortstop. And he actually caught a lucky break and it bounced. Usually doesn't work out that way, but got the turn over at second and got the next out at first. And great effort from the infield. 0-1 is the count. Swung on a miss for Grady Field, who struck out at the bottom of the order his last time through. 0-2 count, trying to keep history from repeating itself. Riley Kappas tries to get his third 1-2-3 inning. And this one will be chopped to Cooper Roberts at third. Scoops it up and is able to make the throw over to first, but Logan Church had to come off the base as the throw was a little off target. And that would have been a heck of a play by Roberts to make that. We'll see what the game changer folks are going with. I'm inclined to agree with infield hit. We'll see what they go with here. I can be persuaded. And Grady Field gets over to first. And this one is popped up. And hauled in for the out in left field. Brennan Court not able to get his third hit of the day. So after 2 hits and 1 man left on, no runs and no errors, you're listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM. Heading into the 6th inning, Breckenridge leads 7-1.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
So what's in a name? Well, plenty when it comes to decisions about assisted living.
When it was time for Mom to make that move, we looked at a ton of options.
Everywhere we looked, there was something cold and impersonal. Then we found Twin Town Villa.
What we found at Twin Town Villa was completely different. They gently nurture their residents' identities, they help them hold their dignity, and they do it all with loving respect.
Twin Town Villa is a building filled with people, not numbers.
Twin Town Villa, building respect and dignity, one resident at a time.
Back to Barnesville, Minnesota, where got a 7-1 Breckenridge lead. Post 53 taking on post 153. And we got a pitching change with Brendan Court taking over the pitching duties after Brady Nozzle went the first 5. Or did they make the pitching change and I just didn't even realize it? No, he went the 5 innings. All right. Had me questioning my reality for a second there, but Brendan Court taking over the pitching duties. And due up for Breckenridge. Would you believe me if I said they're at the top of the order once again? Riley Kappas has now led off 4 of the 6 innings. It's funny how that works out. He'll be the first one to take a stab at getting on against Court. And in these leadoff appearances, he has walked twice and singled once, has scored all 3 times. Which really puts me in a bind because I gave him player of the game last game. So I usually don't like to go back-to-back with the same guys, but he's shutting down Barnesville on the hill, and he's also taking care of business in the leadoff spot, so I don't really know what to do. I have to do one of those things where I give it to a manager or something today. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. But Court fires the first pitch of the day for him, and we'll go behind the plate and dropped. But keeping it moving along is number 11 behind the plate for Barnesville. Better double check that number. Elias Cox. Taking over the catching duties. 2-0 count. And now a 2-1 count. That one will drop into the inside part of the zone. Breckenridge with the 6-run advantage. 7-1 is your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Kappas is going to bloop this one to shallow center. And what a grab! Are they saying he didn't grab it? Oh, they're going to say he didn't catch that. So, a bloop single. Riley Kappas. I always love me a diving catch, but we're going to have to settle for the single instead. Great effort there in center field, though. I believe that was Alex Dorton trying to lay out for that one. As Riley Kappas continues to be leadoff man of the century. As a fast one to start it off. 2 singles and 2 walks. And looking for his 4th run of the day. 1-0 count for Armitage. Runner is off to second. Riley Kappas. And it's going to be out stealing. The throw definitely beat him there. I wasn't 100% sure if the tag was going to get him, but it did. So a nice shot there from the catcher Cox. Fresh out of playing a different position. Already sniped the first base runner he faces. Paul Armitage on the day is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a walk, has scored a run. And will now draw a 4-pitch walk. Second base on balls of the day. Brings up Connor Ernst, who's got a pair of RBI singles on the day. Scored Kappas on both of those. This time he will not. But taking over for Paul Armitage is his former backfield mate, David Erlinson. Pair of really fun pair of running backs that we got to cover the last few years here. Erlinson will be coming back next year, of course, for his senior year, and Armitage heading off to college. Connor Ernst. We know we got a couple years of high school left for Ernst as well. That one low and outside with the fastball. 7-1 Breckenridge lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Court delivers home, and this one was high in the zone and driven out of play. And everyone's turning around looking, and looks like it's about 2 or 3 vehicles before mine, so I think we'll be all right. I made sure to find another pickup to park on the park next to. 1-1 count for Connor Ernst. And that breaking ball ended up dropping into the upper part of the zone. 1-2 count for Connor Ernst. Brendan Court going to get his first strikeout of the day. 1-2 count. That curveball too high. Ernst is able to hold off. Top of the 6th inning here in Barnesville at Reed Field. And Ernst going to hack this one. Looks like it's going to be in foul territory, but it's in deep left field. Looking off the bat, but just drove it a little too far to the left. 2-2 count for Connor Ernst. He's looking for his 3rd hit of the day. Wouldn't mind getting his 3rd RBI of the day as well, if he can get David Erlinson on his horse all the way from first base. And awaiting the pitch is Ernst. And that was a nice curveball, but was able to drill it out to left field. That's some great movement. I don't know how Ernst had the wherewithal to know where that was going to end up, but it's fantastic hand-eye coordination. Drops a single on left, his 3rd hit of the day. But he didn't get an RBI, so he's probably walking over to his coach and saying, "My bad. Sorry I didn't bring that run in, coach." Could only get him to 3rd. As Erlinson, only to 2nd, apologies. And that one, a low one in the dirt that is stopped to keep the runners at 1st and 2nd. Erlinson on 2nd, and Ernst on 1st. Another low one in the dirt. Roberts is 1 for 3 on the day. Hit into a fielder's choice, grounded out to 3rd, and also has an RBI single. And that one goes down the chute for strike 1 looking. 2-1 count for Cooper Roberts. That curveball too high and outside for ball 3. Three-one count, 1 out. And runners on 1st and 2nd. And too high for ball 4. Cooper Roberts will head on yonder till first base. And bases are now juiced for Jackson Riggs. And Riggs is grounded out to almost all the infielders so far. First baseman's kind of getting a little bit of fear of missing out over there, but the shortstop was first, then it was 3rd base, and then it was 2nd base. So he's just trying to make sure he gets it to all of them. That means the pitcher or the first baseman are due. We're doing a quick little mound visit here, talk some strategy with the bases loaded. Currently 1 out. And Court will continue the pitching after the squad has devised a plan to turn 2. It's my new theory. They got the perfect double play situation drawn up here. One out. Here in the top of the 6th. First pitch goes low inside for ball 1. All right, the double play hasn't happened yet, so I'm assuming that wasn't it. 1-0 count. And that one low and outside, but a nice stop by the catcher, David Erlinson. Over from third base. Thought about giving him a look, but we'll head back. 2-0 count, runners on every base for Jackson Riggs. Riggs in the 5 spot in the batting order. Watches that one go by at the eye level. And just like that, we have a 3-0 count with bases loaded. And outside for the RBI walk for Riggs. His first RBI came on a ground out, so he's saying this is kind of a weird day. I haven't gotten a hit, but I'm racking up the ribbies. How does that work? As David Erlinson comes in to score. 8-1 now your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. First Breckenridge run since back in the 4th. I say that like it was so long ago. It was only 2 innings ago. 1-0 count with bases loaded for Logan Church, and he's going to bloop this one out of play. One count for Logan Church. He's got Connor Ernst on third, Cooper Roberts on second, and Jackson Riggs on first. And that one low in the dirt. Court having a little trouble with the control. So he's now walked 3 of the 5 batters he's faced this inning. And Church is going to pop this one up. It's actually going to go over our heads. 2-2 count. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. And Church is going to hit a dribbler to the first baseman, who's going to have to dive to first base for the out. So Church gets the RBI ground out. And good hustle there from the first baseman. Should be back and show him some love. That's Logan Ellert making the hustle play to dive on the bag for the out. No, Breckenridge was able to get another insurance run across. Now runners on second and third for Trey Vogelbacher. After the Connor Ernst run, his first run of the day. Trey Vogelbacher could give his team a 10-run lead with a 2-run hit here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th, which obviously would bring the mercy rule into effect if Barnesville is not able to get another run in the bottom of the 6th. This Court continues to struggle with the control a little bit here. Gonna get out of this jam. This is popped up by Vogelbacher. Breckenridge staying pretty disciplined at the plate. 4 struck out batters on the day. Three of them coming, or my apologies, 5 Ks on the day. And Vogelbacher hits this one right to the pitcher's glove. Court with the 1-3 put out and the out. 2-run score off of 2 hits and 2 left on. No errors. You are listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, all part of the I3G Sports Network.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I'm proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
And welcome back to Barnesville, Minnesota. We got a 9-1 Breckenridge Post 53 advantage against Post 153. And Riley Kappas still on the hill. Has surrendered 1 run so far. The hits are actually pretty even. I'm going to go off of the game changer. No offense to everybody out here, but Breckenridge only has 4 more hits to Barnesville, so it's 9-5. And stepping up to the plate to get the party started and showing bunt to lead it off is Logan Eller. Left-handed hitter. Awaits the delivery. So far, Ellard on the day is 0 for 2, hit into a double play and struck out. 1-0 count. Riley Kappas. Remember, we got the back-to-back lefties at the top of the order for Barnesville, and this is the number 2 man. That one is fouled off. 2-1 count. Riley Kappas looking to keep this one chugging along to the finish line as a curveball got away from him a little bit there. Let's see what he's knocking on for his pitch count right now. According to the game changer, which sometimes is a pitch or 2 behind, he's sitting on 67 pitches. So definitely get to the finish line with that right now. If he keeps humming along like he is and doesn't end up turning it into a walk fest as he catches strike number 2. Full count for Logan Ellert. Payoff pitch from Riley Kappas incoming. And this one smoked right to Kappas' glove. And he said, on to the next one. Elias Cox, so far on the day, is 1 for 2. Grounded out to the first baseman and ripped a single in the 4th. Number 11 versus number 11. See who's going to come out victorious in this duel. Kappas fires home and strike 1 on the outside edge of the plate. One out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Breckenridge with a 9-1 lead thus far. And Riley Kappas, big reason why. Both on the hill and at the plate. Kid's been dynamite. Sounded like I just time traveled from 1950. As that one is. Driven out to right field. Brecken Anderson originally ran up, then realized misjudged. Went back for the grab. And the fly out to right field. I feel Brecken Anderson's pain because I remember what it was like being in the outfield and you didn't get one hit to you for the entire game. All of a sudden, one of the last innings, all of a sudden you're getting your number called. Oh boy. Time to lock in. So after a pair of flyouts, we got Major Ness. 0 for 2 on the day, hit into a fielder's choice and also flew out to left field. We'll watch first pitch strike. Ness in the cleanup spot. We'll pop this one up. And it looks like Logan Church and Riley Kappas are both not going to have a play on it. And credit to the mom who just laid out to protect the little kiddo's head. I don't know if... luckily, I don't think the kiddo's in danger, but that was a valiant effort nonetheless. 0-2 count for Major Ness. Looks like nobody got hurt over there. That's good. Oh, 2 count with 2 outs. Here. 9-1 is your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cabez catches the outside corner for strike 3 looking. And 9-1 is your score heading into the top of the 7th. You are listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the I3G Sports Network.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Back to Barnesville, where we have another pitching change for post 153. And closing this one out is going to be Elias Cox. He's getting a little bit of work everywhere. He started off at short, got to do an inning behind the plate, and now he's on the hill. Versatility is key, after all, here in the top of the 7th. 9-1 is your score. Breckenridge in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And even if Breckenridge is able to extend their lead to double digits, the game will continue, as Barnesville will then have a chance to respond. Brecken Anderson getting his first action at the plate. My apologies, so I gotta double check the number on it. Apologies, think we got Charlie Craychaw at the dish, who wears it and is off to first. Gonna have to make sure to double check. I got my guy Chuck out there, pinch hitting for Gavin Hoffert. So that brings up Lawson Oliphant. So far is 0 for 2 on the day. Craychaw on first. Strike on the outside part of the plate. You're not swinging on it. Craychaw actually ran track this spring, so took the spring season off of baseball and now back with the group for the summer. That's how you become a 4-sport athlete, baby. And it'll be dropped, caught by the shortstop. I meant dropped into center field is what I was going to say. I wasn't trying to speak it into existence that someone was going to drop it. But heading up to the plate is number 10, Easton Neppel. Getting some action as a pinch hitter. With a man on first. We're trying to get everybody some playing time today, and working out on deck is Jordan Teberg. And I think we would have seen all the Breckenridge players then. I don't think Jacob Nicholson is here today. If he is, I did not see him enter the game yet. 2-0 count for Easton Nepple. Nepple swinging and a miss as Kraychaw gets back to first base. Two-one count. Easton Nepple at the dish. They're going to go with the pickoff attempt. Kraychaw able to get back in time. 9-1 score, Breckenridge leading Barnesville on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Elias Cox trying to get a couple more outs to give his squad a chance at the plate. 2-2 count with a man on first and one out. Easton Nepple waits on the delivery. And swung on a miss, and it was outside, and Kraychaw actually runs off to second. It's the second time we've seen a drop third strike lead to someone taking off. After the Nepple strikeout, we have Jordan Teberg stepping up to the plate with a man in scoring position. 9-1 Breckenridge lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Teberg drills this one to left field for the RBI single. Talk about coming in and having that bat ready to rock. Teberg pinch hitting for Riley Kappas for the RBI single. Kraychaw scores a run. We got a 10-1 Breckenridge lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard now. And now at the plate, Jacob Nicholson. He must have heard me say his name, and then he showed up. 1-0 count. After Nicholson watches the first one go by. That one too high in the zone. Nicholson, the left-handed batter, has a man on first. And that one too low in the dirt. 2-1 is the count. Actually, I thought it was 3-0, but I'll stick with 2-1. Nicholson. Got a man on first once again. And that one will drop in for the strike. I believe it is a 3-1 count now for Nicholson. He's got a man on first. And watch the ball four go too high. It'll advance Teberg to first. And the pinch hitters are taking care of business today. Now David Erlinson will take a stab at this hitting thing. We've only seen Erlinson used in a base running capacity so far this year. It's the first time we get to see the bat get some work. Another guy who did track in the spring, so a little rusty. Said he's used to kind of working on pole vault instead of picking up a curveball. And swung on a miss from Erlinson. 1-1 count with runners on first and second. Runner checks second. Fires home, swung on and miss. One more on the inside part of the plate. Elias Cox trying to get the final out of the top of the seventh. Breckenridge trying to extend the lead to 10 potentially. And Erlinson swung on a miss for the final out of the inning. Breckenridge puts one run on the board. And strand a couple runners Your score remains 10-1 heading into the bottom of the 7th. Barnesville has to put at least 9 more runs on the board to keep the game alive. You are listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the I3G Sports Network.
I promote specialized and extended injuries. OSPTI offers pool therapy to promote early return to activity and sport training, and also can enhance and challenge return to sport conditions. OSPTI promotes wellness progression with aftercare programs and programs open to the public, such as return to sport training, athletic enhancement, adult fitness classes, gym and pool memberships, and aquatic exercise classes for a patient to continue their wellness journey. Start your wellness journey by calling OSPTI today, 218-641-7725.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome back to Barnesville, Minnesota, where we got a new pitcher for Breckenridge trying to close this one out. Riley Kappas must have been knocking on the door of his pitch count, so Cooper Roberts is in to close it out. Not sure if Roberts has seen any time on the hill so far this Legion season. Maybe in some of the games that I haven't been to. It looks like this is going to be his first action for the Legion season. Let's look back to the spring season. I don't even know if he was doing any pitching. Not a lot, at least. I'm looking at the pitching stats right now, and Cooper Roberts threw a whopping 2 innings the entire spring season. And in those 2 innings, he faced 6 batters and retired all of them. So he's going to try to keep that rolling. As he gets to square off with number 6 for Barnesville. And that is, make sure, double check the name so I don't mess it up. Apologies, folks. Number 6 for Barnesville is Alex Dorton. Dorton so far on the day has flown out once and grounded out once. Cooper Roberts tries going back to the inside off speed, but doesn't find its mark. 2-1 is the count. That one too far outside. 4-4. So Alex Dorton trying to start the rally. Giving his squad a base runner to work with. Brings up Brady Nozzle. Grounded out to each of the corner infielders. It went over to the first baseman and also grounded out to third. Roberts fires home, and it's like a little bit of a change up there to that one as Brady Nozzle swung on and missed. Runner on first. Breckenridge has already turned 2 double plays in this game. Love to try to turn another one here as T-Berg with a nice little sidearm rip down to the first baseline, but runner is back in time. Hustle back from Alex Dorton. Runner on first, 1-1 is the count, and no outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Breckenridge leading Barnesville 10-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Roberts hits the upper part of the zone for strike 2 looking. 1-2 count for Brady Nozzle. That one inside at the shins. Roberts. Now 2-2 is the count. 3rd inning of action this year for the spring and summer. That curveball is too high. Runner on first. No outs, and the count is now full. See if they're going to send the runner off to first. That's how the first double play ended up happening. And the payoff pitch is dribbled over to third base, where it is rocketed over to second to get the lead runner. And that was Easton Nepple making the 5-4 put out for the fielder's choice. Brings up Tyson Anderson, who has a couple of nice singles today. Has also scored the team's lone run. Man on first, and he's going to call for time. Man on first. One out. Breckenridge needing 2 more outs to wrap up the ball game. That runner is off to second. T-Berg not able to keep it in front of him, but a good hustle back nonetheless. Tyson Anderson now has a man in scoring position to work with. Cooper Roberts trying to put the finishing touches on this one. And swung on and missed from Anderson. 1-1 count for Tyson Anderson. Runner on second. And got him on the off speed there with a 1-2 count. Man on second. Anderson looking for his third base knock of the day. Roberts working with Jordan T-Berg behind the plate. And this one is going to be popped up to center field, where Lawson Oliphant's going to make the grab. And he's going to try to get the runner at third as well. That would have been the third double play of the day, but they're going to have to settle for just the out in the outfield. So the fly out to center makes it 2 outs, with Breckenridge up 10-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Logan Condon steps into the batter's box. Condon popped up to second and then hit into a double play. And T-Berg trying to stop this one and keep it in front of him once again. Keeps the runner at third. Not that 1-run scoring here in the bottom of the 7th would be the end of the world, but obviously trying to wrap it up as cleanly as possible. 1-0 count. And that one outside, stopped by T-Berg. Getting busy behind the plate today. Here in his one inning of work. They got him running all over the place. 2-0 count. This one is fouled off. Goes out of play. 2-1 count. Condon looking to plate that runner from third. Hits this one to the second baseman. He's going to scoop it up and toss it to first for the 4-3 put out, and that will do it. 10-1 is your final. Breckenridge picking up the victory over Barnesville. We'll take a quick break before we come back with your Miller Realty post-game show. You are listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Working the land is by nature a dirty job. What fuels me to get it done? The generations of farmers who've worked the soil before me. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel with an additive package that's 40% more effective at breaking down engine deposits. The cleanest fuel yet for the dirtiest of jobs. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapaton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
FM and live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the I3G Sports Network. And let's dive into your post-game or your stat report brought to you by the local State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. And you know how we kind of do it for the baseball season. We kind of just browse through the box score. It's usually just kind of the best way to do it. But 10-1 the final once again. Breckenridge beating Barnesville Post 153. And the box score looked like this. We'll hit on the highlights for Barnesville first, as they got 5 hits, 2 of them coming from Brennan Court, and then the other 2 coming from Tyson Anderson. And then no RBIs for any of the batters. Who had the other hit? Elias Cox had the other hit, and the lone run was scored by Tyson Anderson as well. And on the hill for Barnesville, Brady Nozzle tagged with the loss. He gave up 7 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned. Walked 3 batters and struck out 4. Brennan Court pitched 1 inning, and, well, looks like Breckenridge didn't update the game changer to, so I'm not going to run through his pitching stats, as his stats were shared with Elias Cox. But anyways, usually I don't like to draw attention to their stat errors because they do a really good job on those, and I usually don't. So that's why you guys hear me give them so much grace. But let's do the lineups for Breckenridge. Riley Kappas was 2 for 2 on the day with 3 runs scored. He also drew 2 walks. And then also in the lineup, we got Paul Armitage, drew a pair of walks, and has had 1 hit. Jordan Teberg had an RBI and a hit. I want to make sure I didn't forget anybody. Easton Epple was 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And Connor Ernst, 3 for 3 on the day with a pair of RBIs. He walked and scored 1 run. Cooper Roberts was 1 for 3 with a run scored, as well as an RBI and a walk. David Erlinson was 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Jackson Riggs was 0 for 3, but had 2 RBIs and also a walk on the day. Logan Church 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Trey Vogelbacher 1 for 3 with a run scored. Gavin Hoffer was 1 for 3 and a strikeout. And then Charlie Craychaw was had a run scored after getting hit by a pitch. Lawson Oliphant struck out 2 of his 3 plate appearances, was 0 for 3, and Jackson Lopez was 0 for 1. So Breckenridge got 10 hits on the day to Barnesville's 5, and once again the final ended up being 10-1. Pitching stats for you had Riley Kappas picking up the win. He threw 6 innings and only gave up 5 hits on the day, 1 run. Only struck out 3 batters, but was going through the batting order pretty quickly. Cooper Roberts closed it out by walking 1 batter, and then 0 hits, 0 runs, and 0 strikeouts as well to wrap it up. So Breckenridge picking up the 10-1 victory once again. We'll take a quick break, come back with your play of the game brought to you by Red River Agency, as well as your player of the game brought to you by Essentia Health. You're listening to the Miller Realty Postgame Show on B92.7 FM.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
welcome back to the Miller Realty Post Game Show on B92.7 FM and live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live. And time for our play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency, your hometown agents in Breckenridge, Red River Agency. And wanted to, they had a couple double plays that they turned today, and I'm going to go with the one that was a little bit more surprising one, or unique, I guess you wouldn't really see every day. And what happened was someone hit a liner to the shortstop, but it was kind of like you could tell off the bat that it was going to be like kind of a soft hit liner, but it was still a liner nonetheless to the shortstop. And Connor Ernst put the glove down, tried to make a grab, and the guy on first was very confused because he thought he caught it, so he was running back to first base. But what actually happened was Ernst squeezed his glove right after it hit the ground, stepped on second, tossed it over to first before the man who put the bat on the ball got there, and look at that. Breckenridge had turned their second double play of the day. So that is my pick for play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency, your hometown agents in Breckenridge. Got to show some, once again, don't see that very often, so that was kind of fun to see. But now for your player of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health, here with you. And I know I already said I wasn't going to give it to Riley Kappas, so you guys are going to hear me try to figure out someone else to give it to really quick here. But I will let you guys know Riley Kappas was outstanding in the leadoff spot with a pair of hits and also a pair of walks as well, and scored 3 runs on the day. And then, so he was just kind of outstanding every time he was there. But I got to find someone else, guys. We just went with him last game, did we not? Okay. You know what? We're sticking with him anyways. we're gonna have to go with Riley Kappas this time around. I promise I'll try to think of something else. But he was outstanding. Nobody really did enough offensively to kind of overtake him, and they also definitely didn't pick up the win on the hill. So, but I guess if I was gonna go with an honorable mention, Connor Ernst would probably be my honorable mention with 3 hits and a pair of RBIs. So the two of them can share it. We'll say that. So then I didn't just flat out pick Riley Kappas on his own 2 games in a row. So that will do it for us. 10-1 your final. Once again, this has been the Miller Realty Post Game Show. We had the State Farm Stat Report brought to you by the State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. And now your player of the game, once again brought to you by Essentia Health, and also had the play of the game brought to you by Red River Agency. We very much appreciate all of our sponsors for making these broadcasts happen. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in. My apologies for kind of the last-minute scheduling on the broadcast. I originally was doing a couple baseball games yesterday, but had a family issue come up, so I said I need to get at least another baseball game in. Well, I know Breckenridge goes to Barnesville today, so I kind of threw it on the last minute on the schedule. So my apologies, we didn't give you too much of a heads up on the broadcast, but we'll try to do better going forward, obviously. But you guys have been tuning into American Legion Baseball on B92.7. We very much appreciate all of you, and thank you for listening. 10-1 your final. Once again, Breckenridge improving to 4-3 on the year. You've been listening to American Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM. Have a great night, folks.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.